We will see about the topic called as placenta, development of placenta. Along with that, there is another question called as a deciduo. So deciduo is a 3 marks question. If you take the cross section of the uterus, within this you will see the uterine cavity here. This is the uterine cavity, and also now this is the blastocyst, implanting blastocyst, which is going and invading the wall of the uterus. So the part of the wall of the uterus which is in front of this blastocyst with the chorionic villi is nothing but called as a deciduum basalis. And the part which is between the implanting blastocyst and the uterine cavity, now it is nothing but called as the deciduum capsularis. And the part which is behind the uterine cavity, this part is nothing but called as the deciduum parietalis. This is all about the decidua. But if you see this villi, actually initially they were present all over the surface of this part, but only some portion of this blastocyst will be invading this deciduum basalis, which is nothing but called as the chorionic chondrosome. And the part which is lost this chorionic villi here, this is nothing but called as the chorion levae. This is all about the deciduum. Now let us see the development of the placenta. To see the development of placenta, I will just draw few diagrams. This is the section of the uterine wall. So within this, now you will be seeing the blastula. Okay, after that gastrula is formed. Now the lowermost layer which you see here, this is nothing but the mesenchyme, that is the extraembryonic mesenchyme, and above that you will be seeing a layer of cuboidal cells, which is nothing but the cytotrophoblast. And just above this cytotrophoblast, there is another layer which will invade into this decidua, which is nothing but called as the syncytiotrophoblast. This whole region is nothing but called as the syncytiotrophoblast. Let me label them. This is decidua basalis. This is syncytiotrophoblast. This is cytotrophoblast, and this is the extraembryonic mesoderm. Okay, now this is the basic structure during the development of placenta. So from here what happens is, like, now let me show you this extraembryonic mesoderm with the green layer. Okay, and now the another layer called as the cytotrophoblast layer here. And above that you had the syncytiotrophoblast and the deciduum basalis here. Within this syncytiotrophoblast, what you will see is, like, you will see formation of small gaps which are nothing but called as the lacunae. These are nothing but called as the lacunae. So initially these lacunae are small and numerous in number, and afterwards what happens is, like, during the development, these lacunae I'll just complete this diagram by differentiating these 3 layers. Okay, you can see this is a cytotrophoblast layer, and you can see this is all the extraembryonic mesoderm which you are seeing here. Okay, and these small lacunae, what happens is, like, they will increase in size. And become larger lacunae. Later on what happens is, like, again these irregular large lacunae will join together with each other. Okay, and now I'll just make the cytotrophoblast layer here. with one line and doing it. This is the cytotrophoblast layer, and below that is nothing but the extraembryonic mesoderm. Okay. Now to complete this syncytial trophoblast layer which is there just below the decidia, what happens is like all these lacunae, now initially they are irregular, now they will become regularly arranged, okay, so that they will be radially arranged around the developing blastocyst. Okay, so these were irregular initially, now they became regular and radially arranged. Okay, and from here what happens is like now the actual development of placenta starts. So what happens is like within this one, this is nothing but called as deciduum, which is the maternal part, that is the part of the uterine wall. So this deciduum will also have few blood vessels. Okay, so what happens is like now these are nothing but called as the larger lacunae. Now they are irregularly arranged. From here what happens is like now this is the extraembryonic mesoderm. Above that you will be seeing the cytotrophoblast layer. And above that you will be seeing the syncytial trophoblast layer with regularly arranged larger lacunae, right? And now you can see that I said that this brown colored part is the syncytial trophoblast, which has developed large lacunae which are radially arranged. Below that you can see the cytotrophoblast and the extraembryonic mesoderm, and this is nothing but the deciduum basalis. So what happens is like here, this syncytial trophoblast slowly invades the deciduum again, and again now from here a small channels are formed. They will erode the blood vessels which are there in the deciduum, and the channels are formed. As a result, what happens is like the blood which is there here, it will start entering the lacunae. Henceforth the lacunae is filled now with the maternal blood. At the same time you can see that there is an ingrowth of this cytotrophoblast layer in between this lacunae. This ingrowth now will lead to the formation of a structure called as the primary villus. So if you take the primary villus, this primary villus contains, in the central region it will contain the cytotrophoblast, which is surrounded by the syncytial trophoblast, okay, and totally on either side it is also being surrounded externally by the maternal vessels. If I have to show you in a cross section, I'll just draw it here. Within this layer, now you can see that in the central region you will be having the cytotrophoblast cells, okay, and also you can see a space between this syncytial trophoblast, which is black in color, and the cytotrophoblast, which is nothing but the intervillus space. So this is nothing but now called as the primary villus with the syncytial trophoblast and the cytotrophoblast, and of course this whole structure is surrounded by the maternal blood. So I can write it as the maternal blood. Fine. Now after this, finally what happens is like another structure is formed. I'll draw it here. Another development within this one is nothing but, now you can see the cytotrophoblast layer here, and also you will be seeing the syncytial trophoblast here, okay, with now large lacunae. I'll just draw it like this, large lacunae, only few I will keep, okay, right, and these large lacunae are again connected with the maternal blood, okay, which are filled with the maternal blood. What happens is like initially the cytotrophoblast, which is growing in between these two lacunae, Now it will form a structure like this. So this villus, now it is nothing but called as the secondary villus. What is the difference between the primary villus and the secondary villus is like, initially the mesenchyme layer, extraembryonic mesenchyme, which was seen only at the base level, now what is happening is like, it will start entering into this gap between this secondary villus. Okay? So once they enter into the secondary villus, now what happens is like, now automatically the name primary villus will change here to the secondary villus. So you can see that the secondary villus is now the central part is, the innermost part is nothing but the mesenchyme, extraembryonic mesenchyme, which is being surrounded by the cytotrophoblast, and then further surrounded by the syncytiotrophoblast, and finally with the maternal blood, which is there seen in the lacuna. Okay, these are all the layers which will be seen in the secondary villus. Now what happens is like, this is the paternal surface, that is the fetal surface, and this is the maternal surface called as deciduum. So what happens is like, now the fetus also slowly develops the blood vessels. So once the fetal circulation is formed, what happens is like, I'm just using the same sketch pen, veins and arteries are formed. What happens is like, now the fetal circulation also comes in between. So now once the fetal circulation enters this villus, now it is nothing but called as the tertiary villus. If I have to show you the tertiary villus in cross section, how it looks. So the innermost part is nothing but, it contains the mesenchyme. Within this mesenchyme, we are also seeing the fetal blood vessels, which I will label it with red color. This is the fetal blood vessels. Okay, and also you will be seeing the cytotrophoblast layer. Now, so after this, see, the innermost is the mesenchyme, followed by the fetal blood vessels. Then this is the cytotrophoblast, which I am drawing with same purple color or violet color. Okay, and now this is being surrounded by the last one, that is the syncytiotrophoblast. And of course, on either sides of the syncytiotrophoblast, you will be seeing the maternal blood. So this is the structure of the tertiary villus. So I can write it as mesenchyme, fetal blood vessels, then this is the cytotrophoblast, syncytiotrophoblast, and this is nothing but the maternal blood. So this is nothing but the blood-brain barrier. So placental barrier. So the placental barrier is basically formed by the syncytium, cytotrophoblast, connective tissue, and the endothelium of the blood vessels. Thank you.